Hey everyone, it's me here. Today we're going to be reviewing Super Saiyan Son Gohan, the fighter who surpassed Goku, SH Figuarts figure, and then there's going to be huge announcements at the end, so let's get into it. So first things first, we have to get rid of Gohan here, so I'm just going to instant transmission him away. There we go. Now we have the box. The box is already open, he's already out of the box as you saw, because I've done this review 2 times before. Yeah, it never saved to my phone. I don't know why, I don't know what's going on, but it's okay because we're doing it now. So here on the box we have the name and the subtitle and the Japanese words and SH Figuarts. Get used to this name, you're going to be seeing it a couple times on the box. We have the stickers that show this is official. Dragon Ball Z, Tamashii Nations Bandai, picture of Gohan, picture of his hands, and then his face on top. We have a picture of his feet. We have his name a second time. We have a bunch of pictures, words. I'm not reading all that. Super Saiyan Son Gohan. You're seeing his name a 3rd time now. A bunch of pictures of what you get in your box. A sticker saying don't eat your toys, because why would you do that? That's weird. Over here we have his name for a wait, let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4th and 5th time, just in case you forgot it. Oh, and wait, here we go, a 6th time, because you can never have enough names. And you have a sick pose on bottom. Yeah, now that we've done that, let's get into the figure itself. So here we go with all the accessories laid out. Because I lied, we are looking at the accessories, not the figure. So anyways, I kind of did his faces in like a descent to madness. We start with normal, and he slowly gets more angry. Here he's kind of like, oh, it's not gonna focus. Here he's kind of like, oh, I should be angry now. Grr, screaming, because teenagers don't smile, so that's why there's no smiling faces. Have you ever seen a teenager smile? No, I haven't. So anyways, oh, sorry about that. We have 2, okay, it's not gonna focus. I love this. We have 2 head sculpts here, and I have some sauce on my finger. Anyways, we have 2 head sculpts here. Wow, this camera is really annoying right now. We have the normal hair and the windswept hair. I'll show you, this is actually more useful than this hair in my opinion. It depends on how you look at it, but now you have both, because you can do both, I guess. I don't know, but whenever they come with both, that's good for getting you to buy 2 figures, because then you want both. Yeah, anyways, faces, we have, come on, what are you doing? There we go. We have this sort of like anime eyes Gohan, very Dragon Ball style, almost cross-eyed face, but not quite cross-eyed because it's Dragon Ball and they don't cross-eye. One thing about these eyebrows, they look like cheese, and even on the figure they still look like cheese. I don't know why they couldn't just color it like they colored the hair, but they didn't, so it looks like cheese. And I just can't get that thought out of my head that it looks like cheese. Anyways, next we have this other sort of frowning face. Turn that frown upside down. Same thing, but with more angry eyes, because every Dragon Ball character has their little rectangle angry eyes. We have the face where he snaps before going Super Saiyan 2, I think. I'm not 100%. I think that's what happens. He snaps and then turns Super Saiyan 2. I'm rewatching all of Dragon Ball right now because it's been a long time. Anyways, cool face. This is what I use on my shelf. When I had him on my shelf, because I thought the video was saved. Anyways, here we have the gritting teeth, because like I said, teenagers don't smile. They're always angry all the time. Why are teenagers always angry? I don't know. I couldn't answer that. I'm not a psychologist. Anyways, yeah, these faces look good. The cheese eyebrows are really distracting to me. I mean, it looks like cheese. You can't tell me that doesn't look like cheese. I know you're thinking what I'm thinking. It looks like a piece of cheese. Anyways, finally, we have the screaming head sculpt, or face. They're not heads or faces because they're trying to save money and stuff, because saving money is cool, but you don't save money buying a $70 figure that is like 3 inches tall. Yeah, because you're not allowed to save money, but the companies are. That's what's important at the end of the day. Anyways, these faces all look like they came straight out of Dragon Ball Z, so yeah. If you like Dragon Ball Z, then you have your Dragon Ball Z faces instead of the cartoony faces that are on the superhero and super figures. Anyways, I don't even know what I'm talking about. I'm just talking. Anyways, we have this bendy wire cape. A lot of people were complaining about this. I'm not. I think it's very cool. It looks like the cape in the anime. The only thing is, because you're mixing cloth and plastic, it just kind of clashes. The two materials kind of look a little strange when paired together. Yeah, I'll show this on the figure in a little bit, even though it's on the box, so you can see it on the box if you wanted, but I will show how this looks on the figure when we get to that. Then we have the hands. We have these teeny. I mean, these are like so small, and I don't even know. They're so small, they're not even gonna focus. Like, these fist hands are, I think they're smaller than the Krillin ones, and the Krillin ones I thought were small, but these are like, I can't even exaggerate. These are like the size of ants. Like, you think like an ant is probably longer than this. I bet an ant could pick these up because they can carry some pretty heavy weights, right? Anyways, after the fist hands, we have these dynamic sort of hands. I also use these. If you look at the thumbnail, this is the pose I have them in on my shelf. This is the hands I use. Yeah, these are dynamic hands or blast hands. They could be blast hands, but whose fingers are like that when they're blasting, because we have hands specifically for that. We have these. Not really sure, because these could be a couple of things, but I'm not sure exactly what they are. You would think like Masenko maybe, but then with Masenko, his hands aren't like, are Masenko hands flat? I don't know. I don't remember. I don't remember a lot of things. Are Masenko hands just flat? I don't know. I show a picture on screen. Maybe I'm right. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Maybe the Masenko hands were just regular old blast hands, like what we have here. Because this is what blast hands look like. This is like you're like shooting the Kamehameha, like they're like, those are on his hands. Kya, you're shooting it. Sounds a little strange. Anyways, here we have the holding Kamehameha. Missed opportunity. Doesn't come with a Kamehameha or Masenko that can peg into the hands, and missed opportunities, because that's a thing. We miss opportunities, but it's okay because this figure is full of quite a few of them. So let me show you what I mean. So here's the figure itself, and here's how it looks out of the box. It has the fist hands, the frowning with the rectangle eyes. Dude, I just can't with the cheese. The color just reminds me of cheese. I don't know why. Like, they could have done this color, but they didn't. They chose to do a dark yellow that looks just like cheese. I can't stop saying it because it looks like cheese. Anyways, let's get into the rest of the figure, because it's pretty good. I mean, $70 good. I don't know. I couldn't tell you that myself. Possibly. We'll figure that out at the end of the video, not right now, because that's not, we're answering the question by doing the review, not partially doing the review and answering the question. That doesn't make sense. So anyways, with the head, he doesn't look up at all, because why would he need to look up? Why would he need to look up? That's just not something people do. They don't look up. Yeah, I don't know a better way they could have done it. He doesn't look up at all, but he does look down all the way, chin tucked into neck, so congratulations. He looks very good side to side. Even without using the neck hinge, he looks good, but the neck just allows it to go all the way. Speaking of the neck, it has a little bit of gap like there, that doesn't bother me. If it bothers you, I don't, you can't be too picky. I mean, suffering a little bit of look for articulation is okay. Even Revoltech does it, and people complain about that, but Revoltech figures are awesome. I don't have any, but I just feel like they'd be awesome. You know, maybe that makes me a hypocrite or something. Anyways, chest articulation, nothing. I mean, this, the rubber, if you can't tell, this is a rubber gi, and I don't know if they didn't learn their lesson. I guess not, because the adult Gohan from Superhero, the Beast one, and the Orange Piccolo had this. I don't know if any other figures yet had this rubber sort of gi design, but it just doesn't work. It doesn't work. However, plus he has a joint down here under the belt that allows at least a little bit of crunch forward, but allows for a lot backwards with the, you know, you're kind of suffering a little bit of look, but the rubber gi allows you to pull it over and kind of cover it if you wanted. So the rubber can be a plus and a minus at the same time. I don't know, maybe they'll figure it out one day. The arms go up about that much. Pretty good, very good, awesome. Oh, oops. Anyways, they just shift up and down, so if you want to shift up and down. They come forward about that much with the butterfly, and come very far back with the butterfly joint as well. They obviously swivel all the way around, because what figure doesn't do that? They swivel here too. Nice, unlike Bardock. Why did I say it like that? Unlike the Bardock SH Figuarts. Double jointed elbow allows for all that. You have the hinge at the hand, so you know, you just do that moves how you would expect a hinge at the hand to move, because it's actually, oh, give me a second. The way it actually works is a hinge attached. It's like two little ball things crushed together that allow for forward and back movement like that. So yeah, pretty cool. The legs come up pretty far all the way around, but I don't want to break it, so I'm not even gonna try and do that. They don't go back at all, because another piece of rubber here on the butt. His butt is made of rubber. It's like he's wearing a diaper. It looks like a diaper. It kind of does just look like a big purple diaper. So yeah, the legs come out. The legs come out. What happened here? Well, that's weird. He can like shift to the side. Whoa. Oh man, that's interesting. Anyways, legs come all the way out, make a perfect 90-degree angle. Or not, okay. You just pick this back in. Give me a second. Anyways. Oh man, it's falling apart. Just falling apart here. Give me a second, pick this back in. Anyways, now I got that back in. The thigh swivel does not go at all, because why is my camera just messing up today? Because they have this ugly little flap here that just allows for nothing, and my trunks that I have has this exact same problem, where it just doesn't, not at all. I don't know if they're going to change that. I think it would make sense to change it where that can move, because the 3.0 superhero figures didn't have this issue, and they had very good articulation. So I don't know what was going on, other than the ones with the rubber gi. The rubber gi, man, I hate saying that, it just sounds so weird. But the ones with the rubber piece here don't work as well. So figure it out, guys. But this is just sucky. Double jointed knee allows for very far kick backwards. Nice. Ankle does spin around, because normal ankles do that. He has ankle pivot, because ankles can also do that. And toe can move. Foot cannot move up and down like at all. So to put the cape on, you basically just slide it over and pop the head back on top of it. But when you do that, he can't move his head at all. It's like frozen in place. So he just can't not move his neck. Yeah, but the cape, bendy wire cape, standard for bendy wire capes, but it's very cool. I think it works well. I think they did a good job. Adding a bendy wire cape, so good for them. It's just, not being able to move the neck around. It's just kind of weird. But anyways, let's move on. So for the size comparison, I'm gonna do it like this by just using the figures on the shelf, because I'm not taking them all down again and then reposing them all again, because that was really annoying. And I've done this 2 other times, so yeah. So anyways, next to his mentor, Piccolo. Piccolo towers over him, because Piccolo is just tall like that. Nice. Oh, and if you're wondering about this red belt Piccolo being in the Cell Saga, in the manga he had a red belt. I'm not paying $1 trillion for the other Piccolo, so too bad. Actually, not Krillin over, but there he is compared to first form Cell. Let's see if I can move him back any. His first form Cell is pretty tall, so no big surprise there. The size looks pretty accurate. I think he could be a tiny bit smaller, but when you're paying $70, the more you get, the better. So here he's gonna be compared to the Krillin, who isn't standing up all the way. I think they're about the same height. As you can see, they both have really small fists. Another thing about this figure, he's really pale in his hands. His hands are just like white, pale. So that's a little strange, but he's pale. Yeah. Here he is compared to the future Trunks. Looks about right. And then about this display, before I move on, I'm hopefully getting more figures for this display soon, so that'd be pretty cool. The only Goku figure I have standing straight up are these two. That's the demoniacal fit one, by the way. And so these two used like the most similar mold, so I guess it makes sense to compare him to his father, technically, because it's the same mold, essentially. So yeah, I mean, he's pretty short compared to his dad. So what did you expect? He's a very tiny figure. Let me show you just how tiny he is. Here he is compared to my Berserk manga. I mean, he's just small. I mean, even Guts in this picture is bigger than him. Like, literally the size of Casca in this image. He's tiny, he's small. But I guess we answer the question of, is he worth it? Here he is compared to my computer mouse. And my computer mouse is like normal size mouse, not big. Like, he's tiny. So to answer the question, is this figure worth the money? Sure. I mean, could it be cheaper? Yeah, it definitely should be like 40, 50 maybe. It's just $70 for something that's barely the size of my pointer finger is a little bit outrageous. Even with the accessories it comes with, it's just a crazy price. But if you like Gohan like I do, then I think, sure, go for it. It's a cool figure. It looks great. I mean, they're nailing the art style of Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super. They just nail it every time. SSJ Figuarts does a good job with these guys. I think the prices are just getting super high though, and that segues into our next section. So I'm going to be showing some pictures on screen. These pictures are of a figure I am making, and yes, that sounds silly, but I am making an action figure inspired by SSJ Figuarts joints and all that stuff, modeled all by me. Well, the joints are all modeled by me. I did not model the character that you're seeing. That was from a game. I'm not gonna say which one, I'm not trying to get in trouble, but the figure is gonna come out around November to December, and if you're asking what it is, it's a character that may or may not look like Broly, from Dragon Ball Super Broly movie. It kind of just happens to look like the legendary Super Saiyan Broly when he's in rage mode, just saying. And the figure is called the Legendary Menace. So what the figure is essentially is it's going to be files that I sell online, because it's going to be a resin 3D printed figure. once the figure comes out, I'm going to show you how to make it yourself, how to get the files, all that stuff. And it's just going to be awesome. So if you're someone who may be interested in that, it will be up eventually. I'm hoping to have it done by November. It could be before that, could be after that, but it's looking pretty good right now. And once that is finished, I will show you guys, and that's gonna be sick. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Like and subscribe. Look in the description for my Instagram, all that sort of stuff. See ya.